fun footage.
Right this way, excuse.
We're here at Francisco Studios downtown.
Here we go. LA, move. Instead of Ole, they say Alex. Big switch.
Yeah, we all come in, or is it?
Yeah, it's everybody.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So we're here with Patrick Squier. All right. And what's your primary instrument, Patrick?
That'd be the six-string guitar.
The six-string guitar, all right? Do you prefer acoustic or electric?
Well, I think they're both versatile tools, but I do prefer the range of the electric. So I have one studio album that will be coming out this year. It's going to be called Good Conversations.
Okay.
And that's been in the works for a few years. Other than that, we've started recording another album, full-length studio album, and a covers album.
Okay. Next, what's the packaging going to be for the album? What was the name of it again?
Good Conversations.
Good Conversations.
It'll be on vinyl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it'll be fully pressed and, digital CDs.
Tell me the best and worst thing about being an independent artist, being responsible for the promotions and the recording projects, acting as a producer as well as a promoter. What's the best and worst thing about being an independent artist?
Well, that you get to do it all by yourself.
Is that the best or that's the worst?
Both.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay. All right, if you could live in any era for the music, which era would you choose and why?
Well, I think it would be obviously pretty cool to go back to the 1960s, early 70s period, just because there was so much music that I liked from that time, and it seems like it was a explosion of culture and music and art and everything, and it would have been a very, very vibrant time. That era, and also I think that a little lesser known musical era would be interesting to go to southwestern France during the high to late Middle Ages, or high Middle Ages maybe, to check out the court of the troubadours.
Okay.
And in Occitan, what it's called. It'd be very interesting. I think there's so many times, I'd like to just be a time traveler, so it'd be great. It'd be cool to go check out Seattle in the 90s.
90s? Oh, yeah.
90s.
Go.
Eyes that glow like winter's icy snow.
is your favorite quote from a musician about music and playing music?
But anyway, like I said, well, you know, how about this? I give you one of my favorite quotes that I relate to playing music.
Okay.
Yeah. It actually comes from the Red Baron.
He was an airplane pilot.
He was a
right?
World War I airplane pilot.
I heard of him.
His name was Baron von Richthofen, or something like that.
Okay, right. He also made pizza, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Fantastic deep dish pan pizza.
Yeah.
But
Him and Snoopy were tight, from what I
you know,
remember.
that was the Italian connection. You know, besides the fantastic deep dish pizza, he had a phrasing that I really like to think about how when you play music, especially live, and it's he who rides a tiger cannot dismount.
Okay.
And it's a bit of a weird one, but to me it always stuck out with music because, you know, it's like you can't just stop when you want to stop. You got to just keep going sometimes. And you just mount, the audience will eat you alive.
Is there a composer that you can think of that you wish their music was more well known?
Unfortunately, that's a very long list. But, you know, to keep it short, the first one that comes to my mind is Ty Segall. I think he's great. Singer-songwriter, guitar player, rocker out of Los Angeles.
For Houston, the music scene here, what if it were up to you, like if you were shaping the future, right? We're talking about time traveling. What would you want the future of Houston's live music scene to look like?
I would love to see a localized zone or strip of multiple venues.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In order to build more of a true sense of community. I think Houston does have a great music community, but it would be nice to have some localization. But it would be nice to see more of that, and I think that would bring a lot of tourism for the city. I think that would be something to elevate Houston to more of a destination for live music.
All right. And when did you pick up the guitar? When did you first start?
Actually, when I was about 12, 11 or 12, sixth grade.
And how old are you now?
33.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your background. You grew up in Houston?
Yeah, so I grew up in Houston. I grew up, you know, doing all the things kids do, taking piano lessons, singing in choirs, doing musicals and plays and stuff. Then I went over to this little music school called Riders in the Round when I was about 15. And right when I got into music, I started playing piano when I was 3, so I'll backtrack and say that. And when I picked up a guitar, I was actually about, I don't know, 6th grade, so I was about 12 or 13, and somewhere in that range. And I had a bunch of friends who started playing, so we started one of those middle school bands. And I felt like I needed more guidance, so I walked into this music school called Riders on the Round. I met a gentleman, Linda Lowe runs that school. And
Is it still around?
yeah, it's still around. I'm not quite sure where they're located. They used to be right at the corner of University and Edlow, and now I'm not quite sure where they are. But
Is that Rice University area?
yeah, right, Rice University area. And anyways, I met a man there, a local singer-songwriter named Bill Cade, and he taught me a lot about music, about songwriting, about how to play with more intention.
And so do you primarily play as a solo artist? You have a group that you play, right?
Yeah, so I play solo. I play with my brother on keyboard, Alexander. Sometimes as a duo, and then I play as a group with 40 members usually. So guitar, that's me, vocals, drums, keyboards, bass, and then sometimes we have a 5th member playing percussion.
Okay, all right, nice. And how long have you been a performing musician?
About 18 years.
Okay.
Since I was about 15.
All right, we're here with Alexander Squier. All right, Alexander. So, tell us your relationship to Patrick Squier.
Patrick's my younger brother.
Okay, and what's the age difference between the two?
Not too big, year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you start into the keyboards?
Oh, very young age, around like 4 or 5. Actually, Patrick started first with the piano, and then I was jealous, so I signed up and started taking lessons as well. It started before me. It might have been 4 or 5, I guess, but I remember being jealous of the fact that he was doing it. So I was like, "Mom, what the hell?"
Yeah.
She signed me up, so I took lessons, and I had some friends doing it too. So we did that for a while. He ended up giving up piano to pursue guitar, which makes total sense for his character.
So right now, tonight, we were here at Francisco Studios in Houston, and the songs y'all are going through, have you and Patrick always played together this batch of songs?
Yeah, we've done a lot of projects together,
Nice.
Over the years. So this batch of songs is something. A lot of them are years old, and a lot of them are newer. So it's kind of a mix of what we feel. It's interesting to see kind of like what songs have the staying power that we want to keep playing them like so many years later. I love. I grew up learning all the classical and romantic and modern. So. Remember, influenced by all that. I love jazz piano as well. Oscar Peterson was a big guy.
Nice
To me,
wings,
kind of
yeah.
overlapped between blues and jazz, and so that sound, and then even more old school stuff. George Shearing, just this really melodic, beautiful chords. Like, I just love to play that way. I think there's a point where I realized when I was studying piano in my life that like I can't keep up with these young people who can just play these insane. They practice 8 to 10 hours. That's what it takes,
Right.
to maintain the ability to play at a concert level, and I just can't do that. But I can play the things that I really respond to. This is just an infinite world within music or art, within any kind of language. Within piano, you evolve as a player over time, and I think there's a bazillion ways that you can play the piano.
Right.
So. I've sort of reevaluated myself in recent years and been like, I'm just going to embrace those things that make me happy when I'm playing, and lean into that as much as I can. So.
So other than music, you also do art. Would that be your?
Yeah. So I've always done visual art. I'm a curator, exhibition designer, studio coordinator, like all the above. Every job you can have within. I'm a teacher within the art world. I've had it. I've run galleries. I've done educational programs. I've taught. But primarily I'm a drawer and a printmaker, installation artist, and I have a studio Box 13 here in Houston. I've been there for a long time, since 2015 actually.
Studio Boxer T?
Box 13 Art Space. It's over on Harrisburg Drive. It's been there for a long time, but that's where I have a studio, and that's a good community that fosters experimental art projects. And so Houston's a great place to be, no matter what kind of artist you are.
Tempo-wise, this is sounding a little faster, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can do certain. Yeah, no, totally. It's just everybody drink enough beer to the point that you have to pee so that we play faster.
Patrick, can you hand me a beer?
Sit down, Phil. Quote me forever.
Which one do you want? Any
I'm
of them?
here.
The secret to expediency is
Today?
drinking beer till you have to pee.
Thank
We're
you.
here with drummer percussionist Matthew Hartman.
What up?
All right, and we're out here at Francisco Studios, and how did you meet Patrick Squier?
Oh man, just through, that's a really good question. I think I first met him at Grayson's studio.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Grayson
nice.
Paul Creeley's studio.
Yeah.
And then we just hit it off, and the rest, we started jamming at Grayson's studio, and then
Is that Syncworthy Studios?
Syncworthy Studios.
Okay.
Yeah,
Recently
pre-pandemic,
closed.
this is years ago. I played a couple gigs with him, and then we really hit it off.
Uh-huh.
And,
Nice.
So I've been jamming with them ever since.
Okay. And the other members in the group, we got currently Alexander Squier
Right.
and Matt Garcia.
Matt Garcia on bass.
All right. And have there been any other lineups since you've been working on this project?
Yeah, I've played percussion while they have another drummer sit in, Andrew. He's really good. Andrew Rodriguez, I think is his last name. I keep forgetting.
Okay.
But Andrew's his first name.
Uh-huh.
He was the original drummer. I'm the sit-in guy, but I've been more active with the band lately.
Okay. If you're here by yourself, what motivates you to go ahead and shed and, work on the music?
I'll listen to a lot of James Brown and Steely Dan
Okay.
and play along to it. I got a big Bluetooth speaker.
Uh-huh.
I got a 2,000 watt PA monitor that's Bluetooth capable, so I just pipe in a bunch of James Brown and Steely Dan and Earth, Wind and Fire and play along.
So
to that by
here's
myself.
some trivia then. All right, which James Brown song does the line "I don't know karate, but I know crazy" come from?
The Payback.
Oh, nice! Ding 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 ding.
Ding ding ding, got it.
Matthew Hartman gets a gold star.
The Payback. The
Nice.
Payback. Yeah, that's the Payback. Absolutely.
Okay. For how long you been working on this project then?
Oh man, probably since however long ago 2017 was.
2017. Okay. And do you
I can't do the math in my head right now.
So on that? I was listening to that West Alabama Ice House. Are you on that recording?
Yeah, I'm on the drums in that recording.
Okay. All right.
We didn't-
And the Houston area. Give me a couple of drummer percussionists that you really like their work.
For percussion, hand drums, this guy can play anything. If it's from South America, Latin America, the Caribbean, the Middle East, he plays it all. It's John Herrera.
John Herrera. Oh
On
yeah,
hand
yeah. Plays
percussion, John
congas.
Herrera. Yeah, on the congas.
Formerly of
and
Son Bayou.
On everything. Yeah, Son Bayou.
Okay.
And then Patrick Kelly with Dem.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then Richard Chalakian, who's a jazz drummer.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can catch him a
Richard.
lot at Avant Garden. He's one of those really regular. He's a regular drummer at Avant Garden. Richard Chalakian.
Is he got the nickname the Surgeon?
I'm not sure.
I think that's what I heard. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, he even has a gurney. He brings his.
That's
equipment
right.
in
He
on
does
it.
have a gurney. Yeah. So yeah, that's him, the surgeon. Yeah, he's got a hospital gurney that he wheels his drums in at the gigs. I've seen it myself a couple times.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard
Transcendental.
Chalakian.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster.
All right. Well, thank you, Matt. Thanks for the time.
Absolutely. Mwah.
All right, so we're here at Francisco Studios with Matt Garcia. He's a bass player.
What's up?
How you doing? All right. So what project is brought you here tonight?
Working with Patrick and Alexander on their band. I don't even know if do we have a title for this band, this project?
Patrick Squier and friends, man.
Patty Squier and Friends.
Patty Squier and Friends. Hey.
Yeah, it's probably been about our maybe dozenth practice.
Okay.
We played one show. I thought it went really well. But we're working on some new stuff right now and just kind of like trying to expand our sets a little bit.
Hey, so we were talking earlier, and I was looking at your notes, and you said that you actually study. So tell me about how much time do you spend? So these are mostly original songs from Patrick Squier, right?
Yes.
About how many hours would you say you study, and like how is it? Like, are these songs online? Are you guys trading files? Is it only in person that you get to hear?
It's a great time we're living in because Patrick will just send me like electronic files on my phone.
Okay.
And I can just listen to them in my earbuds and just kind of like listen to the structures. So even when I'm not like actually studying by playing, I have like, times where I'm driving or something, I can listen to the songs. Try to get the structures just kind of like buried in my head. But per week, a couple hours a week where I go through and just kind of get ready to warm up before practice.
There are really awesome
And, I played in the jazz band at Lamar High, and I was the first lead chair my senior year. And I learned from Mr. Williams, who went on to teach at TSU. And,
So it's something goes wrong.
yeah, so I had a lot of great instruction growing up in Houston.
Two like local acts, like guitarists or groups that that are currently playing around, or maybe played in the past that ever caught your eye in Houston?
Oh, local Houston acts. I mean, sure. There's a lot of great ones. I mean, the Mighty Orcs, very talented guitar player.
Oh, yeah.
Very gifted, expressive. Really captures more of a root style than what I do, but still grew up watching him play and listening to him, and mad respect to everything that he brings.
You write your original songs. Do you have a process that you go through?
Yeah, I mean, roughly. It's a very loose process, I mean, the process is really usually fixed around a melody that gets fixed in my head, stuck in my head. And I'm an adherent to the belief of, we get things that get transmitted to us, and whether we choose to respond to them and act on them is up to us. But so that's how I really feel. I feel very thankful for these melodies and these songs, but in my opinion, the best ones I've ever written, they've just kind of sprung forth. But that's, at the same time, sometimes you just get the melody or the chord progression, and then the words fall into place perfectly after the fact. So as far as process, to sum it up, I take the path of least resistance. I'm just worried about an organic message, something that feels real to me, that communicates something that I feel is useful, and that I can actually get behind in that sense, So I spend a lot of time just feeling stuff out and singing words when nobody's at home and recording them, and then trying again.
How many hours would you say that you play music, guitar in a week?
It's I'd say at least 20.
Okay.
I mean, it's really tough. But it's up there. Some weeks vary, Depends how much I got the blues,
Yeah.
How bluesy I'm feeling.
Every day you play a little bit, or are you more...
No,
okay.
not necessarily. I'm a streaky kind of character. I might play 4 days in a row, 4 hours each.
Okay.
And then I might not touch it for 2 days, and then I might touch it for a couple hours, and then a couple hours the next day, and then I might not touch it for a week, and then the next week I go into overdrive and I might touch it all day, and then another all day, and then all night, and so it's like a love affair.
Here we're at a place that's called the Hobbit Cafe, and so you play here every Friday, the first Friday of every month.
That's right.
And how long have you been playing here?
So I've been playing here the first Friday of every month for about 9 months. I've been playing here collectively in my experience as a musician and a Houstonian for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
We've played a couple of the yearly anniversaries, a couple of the Mead Fests, but this is the first 12-month period that I've had a regular standing gig here.
Okay.
First Friday of every month.
Yeah.